way to Lake Como for the 2026 Concorso d'Eleganza, but we have to travel in style. So we joined BMW Classic right here in Munich, and we have a choice on the car that we would drive to Como, or multiple choices. So let me show you what we have, because in this video, we're gonna go through the Alps, we're gonna drive around some amazing roads, we're gonna see some amazing scenery, and then of course, we're gonna show you some very, very cool cars. And we start right there with the first one. It's the Alpina Roadster. Very iconic. It does not need a lot of introduction. Actually, all the cars today don't really need an introduction, because to my right, I have the BMW M635 ICSI. The shark nose that's iconic on this car. It looks absolutely beautiful. We're gonna have fun driving this limousine, if you wanna call it, through the Alps. Now, let's move and see what else we have here. So, right there, basically, we have the B12 6.0 Alpina. Needs no introduction as well. It's got the iconic Alpina blue with the wheels and everything else. It's in perfect condition. BMW Classic knows how to take care of their cars. To my right, Techno Violet E36 M3. I'm leaning towards that as our first choice, but we'll let you know in a second. Now, if we move further down here, of course, you can see right there the E46 M3 convertible in Laguna Seca blue. Look at this car. I mean, it looks pristine, so beautiful. We can't wait to drive this one through the mountains with the top down, because why not? So, in this video, we're gonna do something different. It's gonna be more of a vlog. We're gonna show you the scenery, and then of course, we're gonna show you the cars, because you're here to see the cars, not see me or the food. So stay tuned. This is gonna be really, really fun. Let's go. There you go, we're about to get started, and I had to pick the E36 M3. Fantastic car, manual. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this one in the mountains, and then we're gonna swap into a beautiful Alpina. So stay tuned. So let's talk about the car, because we've been driving quite a bit. As you can see, we're almost into the Alps. Beautiful scenery once again, but it's all about the driving experience. And this car is as analog as you can get. I was even commenting right here with Dan that I do enjoy still the modern steering wheel, because it's easier to drive in city center and all of that. But of course, you connect more with the car when it comes to the hydraulic steering. This car doesn't get enough praise. Everybody talks about the E30 and the E46, and of course the more modern M3s. But there is something special about this car. It's got an S50 engine. It's the 1996 model, so it makes about 321 horsepower. It makes 0 to 100 in 5.5 seconds, which, considering, you know, it's from 1996, that's actually pretty impressive. Overall, we were on the Autobahn. We managed to hit almost 200 kph. Really, really fun. And once again, it's a great road trip car, because you definitely have this connection with the car. You can even smell the gasoline a little bit inside. Even the AC doesn't really work as it used to be. So this is very nostalgic in many, many ways. E36, I still feel like they're underappreciated. They haven't really hit the value of an E30. And one day I think these cars will definitely go up in price, because they're driver's cars, you know, the ultimate driving machine for sure. We're gonna keep going, then we're gonna move over maybe to some Alpinas. So enjoy the scenery a little bit. We're gonna leave some of the B-roll so you can see the Alps. Absolutely amazing, especially coming from Florida like Dan, or coming from Chicago, where it's all flat and you don't really get to see much. We're even talking about how amazing it is to live near Munich and in Germany and get to enjoy this just hours away from the city center. So really all about the journey. It's really not about the cars, but you know, the cars have to take us there. So it's a lot of fun. See you next time. So we just made a quick stop, because we just found out that one of the passes is actually closed. So we're near Brenner right now. Yeah, the weather ain't great, but honestly, the journey, it's all it matters. So we're gonna keep going. We've seen some sun, we've seen some snow, definitely. So now we're gonna try to find the other group so we can swap into a different car and keep going. All right, so we got to the hotel last night. It was an interesting journey because it was raining all the way. We hit some snow as well. But today it's a new day and it's going to be a better day because we have the new Alpina Roadster and forecast is slightly better, but we definitely have the better car today, the more fun car. So we're going to hop into this one. We're going to go for a 5-hour drive once again through the Alps into Lake Como, and we're going to tell you more about how it drives and what it feels like to drive a beautiful Roadster like this one, because we're gonna drive this car to see another amazing car tonight, which is the BMW Vision Alpina or Vision Alpina BMW. So let's go for a ride. So here we go. Doesn't get better than this. Beautiful Alps. Amazing car. This is such a stunning car, not only design-wise, but it's extremely comfortable. It's the Alpina version of the Z8, Z8, and of course it's meant to be more on the comfortable side and the sportier side, but nonetheless, if you want to push it, you can. And life doesn't get better than this. All we need is some espresso right now, some good Italian food, and this is an amazing day. But this is what BMW is all about. They have this amazing history, amazing cars. Now with the Alpina brand being part of the BMW brand, it's only bound to get even better. So you have this classic Alpinas like this one, but then you will have future classic Alpinas made by BMW. So I'm curious to see what this life will look like in, let's say, 30, 40, 50 years from now. Car-wise, there isn't much to talk about this one. It's a little bit different than the BMW Z8. It has a different engine. It has also the automatic transmission, so it's not manual, but you do get the shift paddles from Alpina with the minus and plus, which is always cool if you want to kind of roll your own gears. As you can see, the car is such a good car to drive on these fun roads because super stiff chassis, low center of gravity. I mean, the top down, even though it's kind of cold today, but nonetheless, you have heated seats, and it just makes the journey so much more enjoyable. I'm actually gonna stop for a second. I'm just gonna let you enjoy the scenery because it's absolutely breathtaking. Let me give you a few little tidbits of information regarding the Alpina Roadster. So clearly based on the BMW Z8 Roadster, but Alpina put their own spin on it, as you'd expect from the brand. So instead of having the harsher suspension like on the Z8, this one is a little bit more comfortable, and I've experienced this already as I was driving right here on this highway heading into the mountains. So it came with a softer suspension. It also comes with conventional Michelin tires compared to the run flats in the Z8, and that makes a difference as far as the drive quality. Engine wise, also different. This one uses the M62 V8 compared to the S62 in the Z8, which was the E39 M5 engine, and therefore it only makes 375 horsepower, which if you're thinking, you know, so many decades ago, it was still a lot of power. Another big difference, it's the lack of a 6-speed manual. So you only have a 5-speed switch-tronic transmission in this one. But the best part, this one also gets the little plus and minus shifters as Alpina cars do. So at some point, we're gonna try to shift manually and get that sound going. And if you're wondering if the engine sounds slightly different, maybe it's because this one it's tuned by Alpina. So it's based on the M62 V8, but as always, Alpina likes to do something special to the BMW engines they inherit. Driving characteristics are slightly different, and then of course the sound to me sounds a little bit different as well. It's an Alpina car, so it better come with Alpina wheels, and this one does, and it definitely changes the side view of the car quite a bit. Also, I love this interior design. I mean, it's extremely beautiful and timeless. I mean, you have this round gauges all over, you have switches all over, it feels great. You also have this very cool combination of like plastic there, but also metal for the stereo box, so very cool. And then on the side, you will see also the door sill being this brushed aluminum, which looks absolutely fantastic. Beautiful interior, it wraps around you. I mean, it's just such a great feeling when you're behind the wheel of this car. It looks cool, it turns heads. Even though it's raining right now, I can't wait to get into the Alps and push this car a little bit. But this is the perfect cruiser. It is the James Bond type of car, you know, just cruising down into Monte Carlo or through the Alps, top down if possible, and it's just puts a smile on your face. There is something about these analog cars that will never go away. And I keep telling BMW, someday you need to go a little bit more retro. You know, you need to go back to this retro design, even if it's for a special edition, because it's just something about them. I mean, just seeing this once again, just turning around stuff, you know, and all of this, absolutely stunning. But this is by far one of BMW's best looking cars today, and it's gonna be tough to really top this one in the future. So with that being said, I'm gonna cut right here and I'm gonna connect with you once again when we get into the Alps. So here we are, we just finally hit the Alps with this beautiful Alpina Roadster, and honestly, such a fantastic drive. We'll be having a lot of fun, even though the weather is not perfect, but so nice, lots of fun. All right, let's push the car just a tiny bit on these roads, because I don't get to do this in Chicago at all. We don't have anything like this, so this makes me really happy. You can see the scenery, it's absolutely stunning. Amazing switchbacks here. I mean, the back roads here are absolutely fantastic. Pavement is pretty good, the car is amazing. There we go. With 375 horsepower, not too bad. The car can get you there if you need to. All right, let's see. So nice. I mean, this car is so good on the road. Going through these tunnels, a million tunnels through the Alps. Always fun to get that sound going here too. Tunnel to tunnel. I'm actually quite impressed how well maintained the roads are, considering the amount of snow they probably get every year. But beautiful pavement, and you know, driving experience sublime, if I were to use a fancy word today. It's too bad the weather doesn't cooperate with us today. It would be nice to have some sun, but nonetheless we'll find a good spot where we can get outside, enjoy the view, take some good photos, and share that with you as well. One thing I didn't mention about this car is the fact that there are only 555 units ever made. 450 actually came to the US, so clearly you will see a lot more of this in the US than in Europe. It's quite rare here. We actually looked it up to see how many cars are for sale in Europe, and we only found one, and it was listed at about 300,000 euros, so quite expensive. This one has about 72,000 miles, so you can tell that the BMW Classic guys let a lot of people drive this one, yet it's in a very good condition and it runs perfectly with the top down or with the top up. And look at these gauges. I mean, the gauges are amazing. So we made it to Como. We're finally here. Still raining. Fantastic trip, even though it didn't go as planned, because we were hoping to stop in more places, swap cars, but the weather was absolutely terrible in between, a lot of snow and rain and all of that. Some of the cars were kind of sketchy on the snow because of the summer tires, so we ended up with two cars, E36 M3, which is perfect because it's the 40 years of the M3, so we wanted to drive an M3 car, and then today we picked this one up, and this was the perfect choice, the perfect road companion for this amazing trip, because despite the rain, it was absolutely phenomenal, and this car, absolutely worth the badge. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. We'll see you in the next one.